Nico Harrison's time with the Mavericks could be coming to an end as his relationship with the ownership has crumbled. It's a matter of when, not if, Nico Harrison will be fired. I do have some stuff. There's some words that he said. They I mean, it's all bad. It really is all bad. The Mavericks' 24-year sellout streak at home games has officially ended. That was on the 10th, which was today. And there's some other stuff about Nico Harrison. I am going to get into the Mavs. We got to get into the Mavs, but 3-7 start. Injuries, not good offense, not good defense, because you know that wins championships. I said this on the TL. Luka Doncic might be a part of the two biggest mistakes in NBA history. One being like Atlanta doing the trade that they did, and then two, Nico Harrison. This thing 29th in the league in offense. Oh, 4th in the league in defense. My bad. I'm wrong on that. 4th in the league in defense.
Defense does win championships.
Man.
For sure. This is easy. All right, I'm gonna let you guys do the yap here. You're gonna be out of character. This is easy. Hot take, one to quit a TKO. Scapegoat to hell, but let him go. He's a scapegoat. It's a no S Sherlock why we're letting him go. But you keep him there, this stigma is gonna be there for forever. But I think he's a high-key scapegoat.
Who do you think the leading scorer on this team is? 80 not eligible. Only played 5 games.
It ain't Coop.
I seen the scoreboard the other day.
Yeah,
they won.
Know.
I looked at who the leading scorer was. That just said Najee Marshall.
I'm about to say, is it Najee Marshall?
I'm
about to say, is it Najee Marshall? Najee's tough. I want him on the Lakers. Look, man, I'm gonna give the people the take that they don't want to hear. Not too much on Nico. You should have told management this is a multi-year process, and you got tricked into believing because you got Coop. Without Kyrie, y'all still could be competitive with just AD. Nah, but he's not going to be able to play an entire season. We knew this. He gets hurt. It is what it is. You should have played the long game. You should have sold management, not the people. The people going to hate you. That's fine. Yeah. You should have sold management on the long game. I am still on what I said. They are in a good situation, in my opinion. They have their pick for this upcoming draft. Tank it out. You should have tanked it out when it was official Kyrie wasn't coming back. You should have been said, hey, AD, season-ending surgery. Just rest a year, big fella. Rest a year. And then attack with this next draft with a high pick, revamp for 27, and then y'all have been fine. But you got tricked. You got sold. It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not going to bail him out. He wasted the short term and the long term. Because I think that's one thing people are forgetting. If everyone was healthy, they'd be nice. They were already nice with Luka. They made it to the finals with Luka. They were on pace to be a contending team in the West with Luka for the next 2, 3, 4 years, as is. The only play for the only reasoning for the Kyrie and AD pairing is for short-term games. We're not even seeing that right now. And again, the Cooper Flagg thing, that in and of itself is a bailout. That has nothing to do with the Luka trade. That has nothing to do with what Nico Harrison has done as a GM. He was the presumably, not even presumably, he was the safe pick as a number 1 pick. You're not going to get credit for picking Cooper Flagg. What the fuck?
I mean, yeah. And that's why I'm doubling down on the scapegoat thing necessarily, because ever since Mark Cuban left, this team has been, in my opinion, not in the best representation. It's Adelson something, forgot the first name, but I'm not impressed with the new ownership at all. And I think that there's some decisions that sure Nico is at the face of. I mean, hell, he sat there and said very bad sound bites in the media. Obviously, the defense wins championship things and things of that nature. You'll always be able to say what Bezos is saying. But I refuse to think that 100% of why Dallas is feeling like they're in a worse situation than they truly are is just 100% because of Nico. If anything, I think that they kind of underestimate where they're at right now. A lot of teams would wish to be in a situation where they can at least hit the worst of worst case. They can hit a nuke button, trade the two older commodities, have Cooper Flagg already in ball. That's unrealistic, but that's what they can do. I just think that the issue is you've done pissed off the fans, and no matter what, that's not going to change until you fire the Ronnie 2K of that trade, which would be Nico.
Yeah, I think that's like, and also one day we have to have a real conversation about Anthony Davis, because he was getting those Tim Duncan comparisons early, but it's just never been him. I, you know, sometimes it's more than the wins and losses on the court, and people don't talk about that. Like, you got a city disgruntled, gang. It's over with. It's like there's no coming back from that. They are willing to not participate in buying tickets anymore. I don't matter about being on the court or not being on the court. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. And especially when I was seeing like some of the stuff, and it comes out more and more and more year in and year out, like the stuff that Luka was doing for the city, the stuff that Luka was doing for the team and stuff like that. Like you can't um you can't let that happen. Like you whatever it takes. Luka would have to be going on like a Zion Williamson path of weight gain. Not even, and I actually need to say that a Robert Traylor, or he would have to be going on some sort of like really, really bad level of like weight gain or something like that for me to consider it. But with the way that this city just did Dirk though, gang, and that's what they've been accustomed to for pretty much 20 years. This whole tenure, you couldn't do it. It gets worse in hindsight. It'll get worse year in and year out. And this is coming from somebody who is sitting on, again, that other portion of the Luka Doncic story. Really interesting story for a really interesting guy. I'm gonna let you know it doesn't get better. It does not get better watching Luka succeed and then watching your decision and your mistake get worse and worse year in and year out.
Can I just say one thing to look out for, because someone mentioned it in the chat. We seen Luka came in rookie weight, whatever it was. He puts on whatever weight he puts on. I understand it's not a Zion level of weight gain, but if the however many pounds he put on being in Dallas caused him to keep having nagging injuries, and then we have this situation with AD where he already put weight on for the Lakers in his later years, already bulked up or whatever it was to play the 5, and he shows up 15 pounds or however many pounds overweight, out of shape. When do we say this might be a trend with the new management, new front office of the Mavericks? Do we wait to see if Cooper Flagg, second year, he has an unprecedented weight gain that's not just muscle? Do we wait to see if Kyrie's going to show up out of shape, coming back from his injury, which, I mean, that sounds crazy, but do we have to see that again and label this as a possible issue from the Mavericks? How we've seen it's an issue with the 76ers in terms of their training camp. Everyone says their training camp is horrible. The training facilities is horrible. Their sports medicine, the team doctors, horrible. Repeated injuries on their team. Is this one of those situations where y'all think 2 players, it's an anomaly, they need to get their stuff together?
I mean, it's just too many. Yeah, that's why I said this is just definition of like Nico being a scapegoat, even though you'll always have the headline that requires him to go. But I'm even just keeping it as simple as possible. You just look at this Mavs roster. I get there's people out there that think talent is everywhere. Every player is underrated, but bro, I'm going to keep it a bean. It's not a good basketball team, in my opinion, bro. It's just not. You have Klay Thompson, who, I mean, Klay, whatever he is in 2025.
Make the Stallions.
Yeah. Derek Lively, I personally like, but many people think I overrate him, and he's on a decline. And maybe because he doesn't have Luka Doncic anymore. Speaking of, Daniel Gafford, pretty similar, but I think Daniel was still actually putting up decent numbers, I want to say. Yeah, he's been okay. But then you have Brandon Williams, Najee Marshall, who we all thought could lead the team in scoring, which is crazy. D'Angelo Russell, who, again, how do we feel about him in 2025? Max Christie, who unironically has not been bad since the trade. I'll give you that. It's not Luka, though. And you have Cooper Flagg, PJ Washington, AD. We know what those 3 players are. But ultimately, I'm just not impressed with this roster. I'm not impressed with any reserves. And we're sitting here, we're looking at right now, they could have had some people on our team, they could have had VJ. I don't want to necessarily get on that train quite yet, but it's one of those things where I think there's more than just you traded Luka and your team is now bad. I think there's many things the Mavs are doing wrong and probably will continue to do wrong, that there's no way I don't think it's just one guy messing it up. But he's going to be the face.
It's not just them trading Luka, it's who they traded him for too. Like they traded him away to build around 2 like known injury prone players.
Yeah.
So
That's stupid.
that's part of the decision. That's part of his decision.
That's what I was gonna say. It is you traded Luka and your team is bad because you built a team for Luka to succeed. Like for all intents and purposes, if you build around a team around a guy and you let go of that guy, I wholeheartedly expect your team to be bad without that certain guy.
I don't think that's a one-man thing, but yeah, for sure. No, I agree.
We'll see. I mean,
he gotta go. No, let me be clear. Regardless, he do gotta go. Whether you want to say it's 50-50, 60-40, hell, you think it's 20% his fault. He does have to go, chat. Comment section, Texas, Twitter, whatever case may be. You can't have a guy that the city doesn't believe in, the players don't believe in being there. He unfortunately has to go.
And I hate this because, you know, it's crazy. We were having those conversations about, like, last year, at least I was trying to push this narrative or propaganda, like, oh, if I'm Cooper Flagg and I see, you know, the ball's bounce and I end up with Washington, or if I end up in Utah, and what's it called? You know, I would consider going back to Duke. Utah and Washington, that's not a better situation. And then we got into this conversation, the Mavs get the balls or whatever, and I kind of switched sides. Not gonna lie, gang, City's still gonna rock with you. Right now, this did not look better than Duke. This look a little crazy. This actually looks, I'm not gonna say a worse situation, but just the way that people are judging you and all this other stuff, it's a little unfair. It is a little unfair.
Life ain't fair though.
Life ain't fair though.
And you gotta go through that fire. I'm not mad at this for him at all. You're on a situation where you have two better players of their generation, two of the better players of a decade, of an era. They are your mentors. You are working out with some of the better players of a generation. Your development as a basketball player will be so much better in this situation than it would be sitting at Duke playing Tropic Thunder hoops with Cameron Boozer. Like, I don't know.
Unironically going to learn everything that you can learn, considering he's learning from a guy that prefers the 4, but is also good at the 5, and Kyrie Irving at guard skills.
And you're in a situation where you're in a losing situation. You are a guy that haven't lost before, so now you're getting the taste of losing. You know what it's like to be losing. You're getting the fire. You're battle tested. Yeah. You're getting battle tested. I love that for him. I love the fact that he came out and said this is the most he's ever lost. I like that, because had he ran back to Duke after seeing the Wizards get 1 and whoever gets 2, and he's like, oh, no, I don't want to go there. You dodge losing to go at Duke and dominate college. I feel like that would have hurt his reputation as well.
He wouldn't have been the number 1 draft pick.
And that also would have hurt him. And that's something he thought about. He reclassed. I'm like, this was his original class. This was his original class when he was in high school before he reclassified so he could leave earlier.
Yeah, I just found out he's still 18. In
reality, if he was in this class,
yeah, where does he go? I just guesstimate.
Still top 5. Still top 5.
Okay. He still goes top 5. He may go 3. I can see him going 3. I see him going 3. I don't see him going 1. I see him going 3. But in terms of who's the better player, like out of the 4 of those players, I still think he ends up 2.
Is he the best player? Oh, shit! I just heard
2, 3.
So so as a talent, he's the second best player in this draft. Upcoming draft.
3. I think he's 3 regardless.
And this draft now.
Yeah, in this draft,
26 class.
Pure talent. Number 1 needs everybody. Number 1.
I got Darren and Cameron above him. I got Darren and Boozer Twin above him. I think he's better than AJ. I don't like what I'm seeing from AJ, but I could be a hater.